So Toronto is known to have the worst service in restaurants, but a few days ago I had an experience that like tops it all. It was wild. Okay. So it is the week leading up to my birthday. Yay! So excited. And went out for a little dinner. It wasn't like an official birthday dinner, but it was kind of like, let's not cook tonight because it's my birthday soon. So let's check out a random restaurant in the neighborhood that I haven't been to, because I'm a very picky eater and I eat very healthy. So I don't really go to a lot of restaurants. I stick to like really health oriented restaurants, which are few and far between, at least in Toronto. So we were looking at the restaurants in the neighborhood. There's a restaurant I really love called Benny's Barbecue. Oh, it is so good. But they don't have like official hours. They kind of like, they stay open until they sell out. And every time I try to go, they're always sold out. And I was like, it was only 8 p.m. this time. They're sold out. I was very disappointed. So that was a letdown. So I'm like, okay, well, where else should we go? Let's try something new. So there's this local Italian restaurant. I'm not going to say the name. I know I've thrown another restaurant under the bus before, but this is like where I live, like really close to where I live. So I don't know. I just like, the experience is so weird that like I just don't even want to say where it was, because like it was that bad. Okay. So we walked by a bunch of times before, and like I think someone told me it's good, and it's like kind of always busy. And I was just curious. I'm like, let's go here. It's only gonna be like pizza or pasta, which are both things like I don't really ever eat, but I'm like, okay, let's just like try something different. So I walk in and I was like, oh, there's a cool vibe. Like the bar was really beautiful. The decor was very like, you know, it was very dark accents, like nice floors, dark walls. The bar was like dark stone and dark wood, and it was all very clean and modern and fresh. And they had like fun music, like lively kind of like, not dance music, but it was like an energetic environment, which you don't get, well, you get in a lot of restaurants, but the restaurants I usually go to, they're more chill. So I was like, oh, I'm kind of feeling this. This is kind of cool. I'm excited. And the host comes up, or I don't know if it was the host, I think it was the manager. They're like, hi, welcome. Do you have a reservation? No. Oh, it's really busy. We're about to get a lot of reservations come in. So let me just take a look. I think we can make it work. So they come back a few minutes later and they're like, yeah, here's your table. Cool. That part was great. That manager, host, whatever, they were fun. So we sit down and I was like, wow, this atmosphere is really good. Everyone's like laughing, talking, enjoying their food. It had a vibe. I loved the vibe. So we waited a while. We got our menus and we waited like a while. And I mean like quite a while, which is, you know, whatever. Labor's high. So restaurants usually have less staff, and it's actually good for the employees. They make more money anyway, so whatever. That's not what I'm complaining about. But the server comes to the table, okay, and it's this guy. He literally doesn't say anything, okay? He walks up to the table, does not say hello, does not greet us, does not welcome us, and just walks up with this grumpy ass look in his face, like this. And he's like, stares at us, and we're like, I'm gonna get the Caesar salad to start, and then I'm gonna get like this. Like literally does not say a single word, okay? Takes our orders without saying a single word. It was like kind of scary. It's like, why are you so angry? And anyway, and they just asks, do you want bottled water, sparkling, do you want flat water, sparkling water, or do you want tap water? And I said, oh, actually, like, that's fine. We don't want any water. He just grunted. And he walks by and he like brings like two glasses of tap water and like slams them on the table. And I was like, whoa, this is crazy. And meanwhile, he's like flirting with all these old ladies, because there's like a few tables of like some beautiful older ladies, and he was like ha 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 ha, so, you know, getting down to table level and like getting really close with them and touching their arm and laughing with them. And he'd like, anytime he came to our table, it was like he didn't say anything aside from ask us for water. Actually, asking us for water was the only thing that he said to us at all. It was really weird. Okay, but it gets worse. So I was like, okay, this guy's like really rude and nuts. Like, whatever. You know, he looked like he hadn't slept in like a year and is probably extremely hungover, which you could say of like probably half of servers in the city. So, you know, cut him a break, whatever. Not gonna kill my vibe. We get our Caesar salad, and it was like gross. I'm not like, out of 10, if I'm gonna rate it a 10, it was a 1 out of 10. It was like bad, but I'm just like, ugh, whatever. I ate it. You know, have you had a bad Caesar salad before? It's like really disappointing because they're supposed to be amazing. It had no flavor, and it kind of like looked a little weird. It was just like, I don't know. It didn't seem off. It didn't seem spoiled, but it was just like, it tasted like a little, I don't know, metallic or something. It was just weird, but we ate it. That is what it is. And then, we got the salads, and, you know, the food runner comes. It's like, do you want fresh ground pepper, Parmesan cheese? Yep, sure. Comes, fresh ground pepper, you know, spoons out some Parmesan cheese. Thanks. Cool. And okay, that's fun. You know, you don't go many places these days where they offer you Parmesan cheese, probably because I don't really go to Italian restaurants. Anyway, so our mains come, and I got this, I forget what it's called, but it's like a square kind of pasta. It's like the meat's in the middle, the meat and vegetables are in the middle, and it's wrapped in kind of like in a lasagna noodle kind of. And so served in the square with a marinara sauce on top, and it was pretty it was good. It was pretty good. I'm going to give it like, that was a solid like 5 out of 10. It was a solid 5 out of 10. It wasn't amazing, but I mean, it got brought down to a 1 out of 10 when I tell you what I'm about to tell you. Because, so again, same food runner, and I said yes to pepper and cheese, and then he put like a generous amount of cheese. Here you go, enjoy. And fresh ground pepper, okay. And then he puts the pepper and the bowl of cheese back where it belongs for the staff to access. And because I work in restaurants and I'm a server, I'm very observant to what goes around, because I'm always curious to see, like, how does this restaurant operate? What's the culture like? And sometimes I imagine what it'd be like to work there. And of course, my impression of this place is like, I feel like you could do whatever you wanted, like super chill. Like the server didn't even like say hello, literally didn't even say anything. So, well, guess what? Then I saw the server because he dropped off some pasta to the old ladies, and they asked him for Parmesan cheese. So he goes and grabs the bowl of Parmesan cheese. And then, so he's walking and holding it, and so it's an open bowl of cheese, okay? And then he like, something's in his hand, and he goes like this. And he like sprinkles something from his hand into the cheese. I'm like, what? I'm gonna try not to swear, but what was in this bowl of cheese? And I'm like eating my pasta, and I want to throw up now. I'm like, that is disgusting, okay? Disgusting. Ugh. And I was like, okay, this experience just really got like taken back. Like, this is the worst service. This guy is like the worst server I've ever seen. Like, that's wild. And he's like walking through the restaurant. I mean, no one else noticed but me, but he literally was like, I think what it looked like is he noticed, something was on his hand. He was like, ugh. And so his reaction, instead of wiping his apron, was to sprinkle it in the cheese. I'm like, there you go. I'm like roasting on my hands now in the cheese I'm going to give these old ladies. So disgusting. I'm alive. I'm still alive. So we're okay. Yeah. And then, so we finished the food. That was really unappetizing. I didn't mention it because I'm like, I don't want to ruin dinner. I'm going to mention it after we leave the restaurant. And so we asked for the bill. We kind of signaled like the bill signal, and the guy comes over. Not a freaking word, man. Not a freaking word. Machine, bill. This guy said not a freaking word. It was the only thing he said. He asked if we wanted tap water or like sparkling water. That was the only thing he said the whole time. It was the worst experience I've had at a restaurant in Toronto. In terms of like, this is the worst service. I mean, you could have bad experiences for other reasons, but this was like, wow, you are the worst. If you're watching this, you're definitely not. You're probably like, passed out on the side of the road somewhere. You're the worst server in the world.